Welcome. Okay. Hi guys. Let's see. As I still get distracted by pressing more buttons here and here. Okay. Looks like that's going good. You know the drill. Just gotta load up, you know. Can't have a stream before it's loaded in. Okay. I think we're good. Excuse me. Yeah. Welcome guys as it loads in. I need to think. A little bit there. Okay. That's better. It's loaded. Okay. Welcome guys. I'm sure I can start to explain what's going on. But yeah, we are like in between. This is like basically just a filler between the 6 things, and we're gonna do round 2 of 6 things, 6 characters, next time. So next week, basically. Let's see. So quiet. I mean, maybe resetted since my last settings, but I feel like I'm also slightly talking a little bit quiet anyway. My mic settings are now over here. What do I want? Filters. Gain. Oh, that gain is still the same. I can boost up a little bit to 15. 16. 16. We'll keep it with that, and then if that works. We'll need to reset my chat. Everything's going great. There we go. There you go. Okay. Had echo. Okay. Actually, everything's good before we actually start, so thank you very much for saying all that. That actually helps a lot. There's a lot of things I don't know. Okay. How we doing? Thank you for the background art. How you guys doing? Okay. How we doing? Is the audio okay for now? For me now, as well as everything else? Looking good. Just want to make sure before we get too far into it, because once I get extremely far into this, or like just starting it basically, then I won't be able to really change things. So that's why I want to make sure, just to spend the time now, just make sure that everything's going good. So sound good. Thank you. Okay. I live off your comments to get the feedback. Is very important. They're fun, probably. Yes. So anyway, yes, this is the one part, I guess. Man, my vote. Still something in my throat. This is the one filler part thing where we'll do Bob Ross upside down, and then we'll go back to the round 2 of the 6 characters. So, and for that, I've already, well, I guess you guys have picked out the 6 characters already. So, appreciate that. Thank you so much for replying to that in the YouTube community tab. There you go. That I already got like 10 comments already. For characters, so maybe if we do all those, the next 6, then maybe we can do the rest, I guess. We can do a round 3 of the, I don't want to say like leftovers, but they're basically just the ones after. It's like even like with the Twitter one, the first round with the Twitter one, they were there was like multiple comments after the 6, so I only like picked the first actual 6. So for the YouTube community tab one, I'll just probably do the first 6, and then maybe we can do a round 3 where I pick the leftover ones and then make something out of that. Well, we'll see. That'll be like, like almost like a half a month after that. But yeah, let's see. I might be a little bit sick. I don't know. I don't feel sick. I think it's just I get like cobwebs in my throat if I don't talk throughout the day, so it's just trying to warm up my voice, basically. Okay. Everything's going good. Hi guys. There's a lot of you now. I'll get going on this. Yeah, this is gonna do a Bob Ross painting, who's an artist from a while ago. He did a bunch of landscapes for context. So this monitor that I have, I actually found a way to Let's see if I can pull this up. I'm sorry. To show you that this is upside down. So I'm using the Windows flip mirror landscape flipped modifier. So that means that it's upside down. So the entire monitor is completely flipped, but some why the stream box I had to manually flip it to be upside down. So it's probably just a weird monitor thing that wasn't talking between each other. So there's that. But yeah. Oh boy. I don't know. I'm gonna get going on this because I know this will probably take a hot minute or 30 minutes. It's 27 minutes of video, but I'm sure that I could, you know, if you guys will allow me, I'd like to pause in between. That would be nice, so I can slow it down, and if I need to like find a different thing, I'll just pause it. So we'll do this in perfect real time, most likely, but just for that warning then too. So want to get everything going good, and then we can just get into it, and then we'll all know what's going on, kind of a thing. So okay. Okay, going good. Yeah, this was just a sketch, just to make sure that I knew how things kind of work. This will be my color palette, which is also upside down. The entire display is completely upside down. It's gonna get a little bit tricky to work with. Right, and thankfully it's Flash. I'm 6-7 years using Flash, so it's like it's second nature to just go, okay, I just need a, you know, I mean, color's a color, so it's not like I need to go, oh, well, what does this actually mean? You know, it's like, oh, I need red, you know, red's up here now, or like green's usually in the middle. So it's like, this should be, I'm gonna say it's simple, but I'm sure like in the rush for it, that things will get complicated. I guess the only thing is that the black now is up here and then the white's up here. You see that? So sure that will come into play too. But yeah. So this is just a sketch. We'll probably just get rid of it now. And we're all here, and I don't know how to click between these layers, and then where's delete? Trash. I noticed some animators actually have the timeline, which is this bar up here, to be on the top anyway. So I guess I'm not super used to how you know, other animators actually have like the timeline or peg bars, you know, flipped upside down. So I'm not used to that. That's why it's gonna be a challenge with that. Yeah. Didn't mean to have everything just draw upside down. Oh. Well, I'm here now. I mean, I could still flip it, but I guess I might actually be flipped now based on just how I got more used to how this works. I think it'd be more fun and challenging. Because otherwise just drawing it upside down is probably just as boring. But now I just added one more flip. Here's a twist. Alright. Space ponies, yeah. So, other thing too of note is that I probably will not look at the chat as often as what I'm doing now. So that's why I'm trying to get everything here before we get going. Make sure everyone's got their little text that they want to talk to me. And then once I start it with the video, then yeah, I'll probably be not as chatty, I guess. So I think we'll just get going on it. I think we wasted enough time. What time is it? Oh, 9? Okay, yeah. We should get started. Buttons. So let me get my display capture Bob on. There he is. Alright, and I'll get my headphones on. Audio mixing might also be a little bit tricky. How's that look? Does that look dumb? Yeah, it's the one you can't see. I'll flip it this way. Okay. Take one ear off. Here we go. Oh yeah, I made it more tricky. Okay. I'm gonna get going. We'll see how this goes. So, yeah, again, everything that I've talked about. So, okay, let me back it up a little bit, as well as the audio might be a little bit, Bob might be a little bit louder than I intend.
I'm glad you could join me today. You ready to do a fantastic little painting?
We'll just start.
Good. Tell you what, let's start out today and have them run all the colors across the
I
screen.
looked at the
that you need
finished
to paint
drawing, so I
along
kind of
with me.
know
And while they're doing
pretty
that,
much what it
let's
looks
look
like,
up
but
here.
it's been so long
I
since
have
I've
my
actually
standard
looked at
old
it that I don't
pre-stretched
actually
canvas up
remember
here, and it's all covered with a
exactly
nice
what it looks
even
like. So
coat of liquid
it's basically
white,
just
and
applying
it's ready to
through
go.
anyway.
So let's go. Thought
could have
today
Bob
we'd do the
upside
little
down. I don't
animated
know.
opening. That's the one
So
you
we
see at the
cut
beginning of
the
each show of
bottom,
this
but I don't
series
think
that
that'd
just
be
sort of
too important.
it just sort of pops in with the music.
I think it'd be fine.
That's a beautiful little painting. It only takes a
Oh,
couple of
boy.
minutes to paint it, but it takes a lot of
there you are.
fantastic people a long
Oh,
time
let's see.
to animate it. So
Let's
let's do
know.
that one.
Think I
I'm going
can
to
help
start
you
today
that.
with a small amount of phthalo blue
Blue.
on the 2-inch brush. Just a little bit of blue. Just tap it.
All my settings would also be up
And maybe
here.
reach
so I'll
over
have
here
to
and get the least little
figure
touch
it
of
out
phthalo
as
green.
well.
Least little touch, very strong.
This is 20, I
And we'll
think.
go up
This
here.
is.
And let's just bounce
I think
in
last time
some
I just had like a
just some
rectangle
happy
and
little
just put a
areas up
gradient
here
on
in
it.
the sky.
So I'm gonna
phthalo
just
blue and
start
phthalo
doing that.
green. Now this won't be an exact duplicate of what you see at the beginning of each show,
Oh, he's
but
doing
it'll
the
give you
title
an
screen
idea of
one.
how it was painted.
That's cool.
It's
Oh, this
almost impossible to
episode
paint
is
an
called,
exact duplicate.
Peaceful
And we never
Haven.
try to paint exact duplicates.
So we'll see how
Maybe
this goes.
over here. We'll put a little bit more. Wherever you want
I want it for just solid
it.
color.
Just drop in some happy little colors.
Linear gradient. Okay.
Let them bounce around and play. There.
You can
Now
make
the
this a
colors
nice
continually mixing with the
gradient.
liquid white.
Yeah, needs to
And
be
you get all
darker
these
than
different
it.
values and shades.
Going that way.
Let the liquid white work for you.
F
this is a lazy man's way
Gradient
of painting. That's
fill,
why I like it
guess,
so
and I
much.
just have to think which way is
Basically a
which.
very lazy person. There.
Okay. I'll just fill it up.
And we have a
lot.
little water in that painting. So while I have this on the brush, tell you what, we'll just mix a little more color right
little
on the
bit.
brush. And let's go down here and
Like
just
this. Okay.
put in a little bit of water. Pull from the
This is
outside
gonna be
in.
fun. Okay. How am I doing?
Outside in.
No, it's not
Like so.
exact yet. But yeah,
See, by
let's
mixing those
get
colors
it.
on the brush, you get
I don't know
all
what time,
kinds
like,
of different colors that are
scratches.
happening.
There we go. Smooth this
Yeah.
up.
From the other side, we're still pulling from the outside.
No, behind. You gotta get another
It's going to
layer.
leave a little
That's
area open here.
underneath.
If everything works
That's
out just
also
right,
the square.
that'll look like a little sheen of light coming across the water.
How we doing? I'd say that for
And just barely touching it, you go all the way across and bring everything together.
Okay. Let's make it more loose.
And that little light area remains there.
Just saturated blue.
And then we can very gently just blend the corners of this out, the edges
Yeah.
out. There.
That should be backwards.
Don't want to
This one?
overblend this.
No,
I'm
no.
going to leave it sort of rough and ragged right now. That's what
Possibly
my dog
upside
says.
down?
Is
No,
rough.
defeat the point of it being tricky to do.
That's what he said, and he set
think it
down
should
the
be upside down.
sandpaper. Rough.
Because this has to be white up
There.
here. With this. This
Okay.
is white. And then this is
Now
white.
then, let's wash your brush. And we'll
That
just
works
wash it as usual in
Yeah.
odorless thinner.
Okay.
Shake off the excess. And just cover the whole studio. Okay, let's put some big clouds in there. We just use a 2-inch brush today. You can do this with a fan brush or a 1-inch brush. Just pull it through. Straight titanium white.
Anyway, let's
A
get into
lot
it.
of paint on the bristles. Okay, let's go up here and
Okay, I need
put us in a little
solid
cloud. Maybe
color.
there's a little cloud
Do clouds.
right there.
Okay.
And just use tiny little circular strokes. Just sort of mix it up, wind
Zoom
it
in
up.
a little bit here.
There.
So he's got it. So everything's mixed up. Where I have to like
Big
think
old
about it like
cloud
in the
lives.
opposite
Yep, there
completely
he is. There
different
he
way
is.
now.
Son
like
of a gun just floats
Left
right
is
in.
right
Has
and up
fun
is
all day.
down is basically everything that's going on here.
And try not to stay in one area and keep
So I'm
keep
just trying
working
to
it. It'll just
figure
turn
this
into a
all
great
out
big
at the same
cotton ball in
time.
the sky.
It's just so
keep
tricky.
your brush moving. Don't
Uh-oh.
try to work on the same area over and over and over. You'll be much happier with your clouds if they're loose and
It's
free.
moving. I'm left and right dyslexic a little bit, so where I get these left and right mixed up. So
Maybe some.
doing it upside down is just
random,
as tricky
wherever
as
you
doing
want
it left
Just
and
sort of
right.
make a big decision what
horizontally.
clouds live in your world and drop them in.
Oh boy. So that's also the issue too, is that
There
it's
we go.
also left and right as how that kind of.
See there? But you
works
can
as
make
well.
a sky full
I
of
also kind of
clouds.
do it in my kind of just
in
basic
just a
style as
few
well. So it's
minutes.
not gonna be this
Doesn't take long.
realistic
These
as
old big
that.
brushes will do fantastic things for
I
you.
could put a gradient on this as well, just to,
There.
like also kind of cheese it.
Maybe
it's
there's
not,
another one right there.
you know,
And the paint's quite thick here.
exactly
order-
that.
in order to do all this blending without it just mixing together, you need a very firm, dry, thick paint.
I just seen where
I can't say
where
it
these kind
enough.
of
I know you
fit,
hear me say it over and over in show after show.
Some of these could
But
be
it's most important if you're going to get
up there.
the best results.
Okay.
A thick
You can
paint
select
is
all
an
this,
absolute necessity.
And then also put
Maybe
this
we'll wash the
on
brush
layer
again.
gradient. Okay, I'm gonna just pause it so I can catch up with my clouds. Okay. I got too many things there. Get rid of these. Off. Okay. These will be there. Okay. This could be lower, so 20, and this will be like 50, and then get all this. Are these all connected? We'll see. And then put this up. Just so it's more or less saturated, I guess. Looks pretty good. I mean, it's not gonna be perfect with any of these, so not too worried about that. Just gotta keep going with it rather than being too perfect. I can also make these into okay, it's upside down. Clouds. Let's make it a movie clip. This is, yeah, if I had to do this in Toon Boom, it would be a disaster. Just because I know what most of these things are, I can kind of read upside down, as I don't know what this means. Blur. I want to flip upside down. Filter. Blur. Low. Lock. 10. There we go. That's cloudy. Is that another fun little cloud there? Okay. So now they have blur and everything. Okay. It's also got stuff on the bottom here. I could spend time also doing that real quick. I could do it in the same layer as this, and then just say, whoa. Solid color. More white. Okay. And then basically just that weird shading here. I feel like I'm gonna run out of time in the regular stream rather than finishing this up. Okay, so yep, and then it kind of just zips into here somehow. Yeah, I think this white maybe, and then if I go outside it should be blurred, so that kind of works. Let's make this lower opacity as well. So yeah, okay. Let's keep going.
Now then, nice dry
okay.
brush. And I just want to blend this very gently.
Yeah, he wants
just
to blend it in, which I've already
just
done.
sort of stirring it up.
Movie clip.
And I'm not touching
blurring.
the top much at all. I'm trying to avoid touching the top of each cloud,
I
mostly
could
the
add
bottom.
another layer to make this.
And every once in a while you can just beat the brush a little. That'll take off the excess paint
There. Just kinda
without going
maybe
through
on
the whole cleaning procedure again.
top or something. Just add more texture, I guess.
And at
Some
this
of these
point,
maybe. We'll see
don't
how this
expect your cloud
looks.
to look
I'm not
like it's
sure how it's
finished.
gonna look.
it should
got a
still
little
look a
bit
little rough.
more
We're going to
onto
blend
it,
it
you know.
yet.
That's more
This just
form.
this
It's
just
probably
blends
be
the
other
bottoms
way.
out. Gets them ready for the next step. Knock off the excess. Now we're going to fluff these up.
I'm
Just
fluffing them
very
up a little
gently.
bit so
Very
they're more,
gently, barely touching the canvas. Grab these
more
little son of a
uniform.
guns and just
at least a little better
lift them
here.
up. That's all there is to it. Lift them, lift them. Let them get fluffy. See
Getting
what a
really
difference that makes.
fluffy is what I want.
There, once in a while, knock off any excess paint. Continue to fluff.
I'm fluffing
Work
it.
in layers.
Oh boy.
There.
How we doing?
Now very
That's when
lightly.
it's hard to check the chat just because
Two
it's so
hairs and some
hectic
air.
to do this with the
All we're going to do
all this.
is
Okay.
just
So
gently,
he's just blurring it. I'm already inside of
gently,
it, so
gently.
it's
There's a hair on the canvas. All you do is
already
take
has
the
all
corner of
that.
the brush and lift it off. There.
like maybe like just one more
Very
thinner cloud
lightly.
here.
Just enough to take out the brush marks. And that easy. We got a fantastic little sky.
Okay.
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 Now then, today
Nah,
we're going to make some little foothills back here. And so for that,
Yeah.
I'm going to take
Now we can blur it more.
some blue
Make it 15
and a little
by
bit of white.
15 here. Okay. New
a
layer
little touch of midnight
here.
black into it. So we got some phthalo
Select the
blue,
other
midnight
ones.
black, a little touch of white.
Okay.
Looks like there might
let's
be a
make
little touch of
it
phthalo
solid
green
color.
there too.
That's
That was an accident, but it's fine.
it's an accent. It's fine.
And we'll put the least little
100.
touch of
It's
crimson
so
in there.
weird. Okay.
Okay,
More
makes a nice color.
saturated. How do you get it more saturated?
Now, let me
This
clean
way.
the knife. Then we'll use the oval brush. And it's easy to identify. It has a black handle. The rest of my brushes have white, and this one has a black handle. Okay.
Okay.
Now, decide where your little foothills are going to live out here. Just touch with this brush and pull down. It's sort of round on the end, see, so it makes
totally
these
forgot
nice
what he's
little
actually
round
doing.
areas we're looking for. Very
So I
easily.
gotta go in the middle,
There we go.
and then
Okay, and maybe this
Yeah.
little
okay.
footy hill just goes right down
He's
like
actually
that,
got
however you want it.
started
Just pull it
this
straight
way.
down.
And then he's just going down. I don't know what this is
Then
though.
we'll take
Maybe these are little mountains or
a
something.
clean 2-inch brush, and I want to create a misty area in here. So all I do is tap.
So again, these
All I
two
do is
also
just
will probably also be a little blendy.
and then lift slightly upward. See how soft the base of that becomes?
Let's see if I can
Okay. Then we'll use the same color, the blue
this
and little black.
be connected all the way through.
I want the same color, only darker.
There we go.
Less white in it this time. Because this one's
Okay.
going to be closer to us. A little touch of the crimson. There.
Erase.
Just load the brush back and forth.
I hate how the
And
mouse
maybe
is
there's
upside
another
down.
little
It's really
foothill.
tricky. Feels like I have to like click it in different
And
positions.
it came right down like that.
Okay. Maybe a little darker. I think.
Now you can also turn this brush
Oh, it's
this
the bottom
way
one.
and make
That's so weird.
more individualistic little
Uh,
things. And pull them straight down. Just very
Where is
lightly.
he? He's over here, I think. So he's adding more.
See, this darker color now separates.
Is it here, I guess. Again, I might just have to like
There
all the
we
like
go.
background stuff. I'll just have to like blur them to the heck.
Just like so.
Uh,
Let's just work its
middle
way right on out.
to over here.
Here and there some more
And a little bit further.
individual
goes
things. So
like
turn the brush
this,
vertically.
I think.
And we can go back to our big brush and tap the base of it. Tap it firmly.
Just tap it in.
You can probably hear how hard I'm hitting this.
Maybe no. That
I'm
way
using only the top
this
corner
way.
of the brush
Right?
and tapping.
I don't know
I
anymore.
want to create that illusion of mist again. Now sometimes
I feel like I would
on
be able to figure
foothills,
this out, but
maybe
maybe
you want to show a little bit
maybe
of
it's getting
color,
a little bit more
of
tricky
highlight.
than
So let's do that today. Shoot, we got it going here.
Okay.
I'm gonna take that same oval brush and go into a little yellow, cad yellow.
I'm gonna pause
yellow
it, 'cause
ochre.
it's now changing colors as I need to figure out what am I doing here with any of this. Now this is gonna be like really scribbly. It's not gonna be realistic. That was never gonna be the plan. So that's okay. Can I have a linear? Let's put a layer on top that maybe makes it invisible to make the entire thing become uninvisible as it goes. I'm not sure how to do that. I'm gonna say mountains, maybe, and then do the same thing of making it a movie clip that has a filter of blur. Nope, that's glow. Of blur, lock. Let's make it like the lot. 15, 20, 15. Hi. Okay. And then let's make the whole thing. I was actually looking for the other side. Alpha. Pretty good. And then let's make it up a little bit higher and over there. Okay.
And just
New
sort of
layer.
work it around like that.
No, that one.
That's all we need. Okay. A little bit of color in there. Then all we
Some
have to do
kind
is
of
just sort
yellow,
of
I
tap.
guess.
Just tap
Oh, it's
and
actually
give
still
it
on
at
it.
least a little
That's okay.
downward pull. Just want to put the indication here and
Where's
there.
the
A
yellow?
little bit of
It's this way
highlight.
more.
Not much.
Some kind of
Not
weird
much.
dark green line here. Let's put it back into here. There's
There.
a new layer on
We'll come
top.
back and soften that with a big brush too.
So that way is now this way.
That's the way you make
That's
trees
over
that look a
here.
little closer to you. Just by putting a little color. When things are far, far away from you,
That way.
they look sort of bluish in color. As they get closer, then you're able to make out detail and color and all those wonderful things.
Yeah,
when
that's
they're
just
far
gonna be
away, they
simpler,
should
but I
look
guess
just
this is
bluish like
weird.
that.
With just
And that helps create the
weird
illusion
colors
of
I'm getting out
distance
of
in your
here.
painting.
Yeah, because I
Yellow
figured out
ochre,
yellow
and then a
is
little
just,
touch of Indian
you know,
yellow. Just break it
because I
up.
don't exactly have a paintbrush for this. It's not
There
an
we
easy
go.
way to make those exact
Back to our
strokes,
big
you know,
brush.
to make it
We
look
can just tap the base of this a
right.
little, just to soften it and bring it all together.
Yeah. And a lot of the softness of it. Yeah, that'll be basically just disappearing into the
Okay,
nothing
gotta
in
lift
the
upward.
middle, I guess. So
And that little oval
that's
brush
fine.
super
Looks nothing like it.
makes some fantastic effects. Let's go on
Okay.
the other side here.
Let's make it
We'll
green,
use some
I
more
guess.
blue and some black. I want this to be
Okay.
even
Now
darker.
let's see. Give me out
Even darker.
over here. Sure.
Maybe over
It's
here.
gonna be one of those where if you squint
lives
really hard, it's gonna
another
look
little
right.
foothill.
Okay.
I think
Blue
in that little
different. over
opening
here.
at the beginning, it had several
Is it
layers
dark
of
blue or dark
foothills. And this is the way they're made. See, each layer gets darker.
More bluish.
Now, maybe before we get too far here, let's put some
Okay. So he's over
let's put some
here.
reflections back here. Watch here.
It's kind
Grab
of the
this,
start, I guess,
and
and
pull it
then
down.
and it goes down.
and we'll have a little bit of
Over.
water back here in that
I have no
background.
clue what that is.
Just
anymore.
touch and pull down.
So that's more
Straight down.
blue. Oh, it's
And come
reflection of
across.
this. It has to be like over
That'll
here
give the
now.
illusion of water. And we
Which
can
is about
take a
the
little
same.
touch of
Ah, just restart.
white
Okay.
paint.
Stop. Stop. No, go back. Oh no.
And we can take a little touch.
Okay. Okay. So. This is so complicated. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is. Okay, so. To see upside down is incredibly disorienting. So somehow it's. This needed to go like downward or something. So from this side, this goes over and then down a little bit more. And then this one is over here. And then this goes down. Down to there. And then it kind of goes over, I guess. And then there's little bits there, I guess. And then there's little tiny things, I guess, in the middle. But then we moved it over, so it's just like this shadow of it. So what I could do is do the trick of wanting to duplicate, flip it, and then make the opacity even lower. Kind of like that. And then we just say, whoa, it's a reflection. And then we can just control F shift down or something. Make it even less. Okay, and then with this thingy, I'm just have to make these weird shortcut things like that. Hopefully I should be on the right side of this. Using less lines would be good here. And fill this in. Just like that, I guess. And then it also kind of disappears into nothingness again. It's also going to be a little bit smaller. I'm trying too hard with this. Let's do this, where I can make this into another linear gradient. Sample this color. Sample this hex value, turn it into a linear gradient with this, and then choose each of these. And then say for here, that color, for here, that other color, and then we flip this around, whichever way will work. Make that, but then also make this 100% on this end, and then just flip it. And then on the other side, this needs to be 0%, and then we just make this shorter, and then it'll disappear into nothing. Like that. That works. Okay. And then we take the whole thing, mount it to thing, and then we can make this into another movie clip that then has another blur on it. And then make it into 10 and then kind of medium and then go boop. Everything's blurry and
Just
fun. Alright.
white paint.
Until we get into the more. Okay.
Just make the indication here. And push it upward.
Okay. I feel like I'm going
Just some
too
little
fast,
water
or like
lines and some
further
little things.
than.
See, makes it look like mist there just by grabbing
Okay,
it,
so
pushing it upward.
make it just
sneaky,
like
huh?
just barely blue, I guess, and then it's
Lay it
kind
on. Grab
of
it.
say like this is where
Just
the
let it go
water
upward.
is.
That's all there is to it.
Like that. And
Okay,
kinda go
now
up.
then,
This
we'll bring this
doesn't yet.
foothill right on down here in front of it.
Okay.
And maybe it
Probably should
comes
let them draw
right on
more, I
out here.
guess.
And then we see there's a little recessed area.
Oh,
Let's
there.
place.
Am I still going? I don't know. So my thing broke. So I'm gonna wait until I know where or not I'm actually live. Hang on. What's going on? Just making sure, because my thing says that it's broken, not available. So am I live? Is that otherwise if you guys are here, let me know. Oh, it came back on? I'm so confused. Because it did turn off. So I'm making sure. Before I go on for too long, you know? Okay. I've covered over my bases, but it's still like hard to figure out. I don't see any confirmation, so I'll just wait until we're good. But it looks like I am, but I'm just not sure. Because that was really weird. Oh, this is fun. Okay, people are leaving, so that means something's probably up with that. Okay. Also, the chat didn't go through, so maybe it's just weird with that. Maybe I should just keep going, but it seems weird if it's bad. Why didn't my chat go through? That's more concerning. So I'm just trying to figure out debugging this weird tech thing that's going on. Because I saw that the video was unavailable, so I'm making sure that I'm live before I keep going. But now that my chat didn't go through to say that I'm live, so that's weird too. But people are watching it, but no one's replying on to that because they don't see that there's actually a text message that I did send. So what does that mean? I could keep going, but it's just like really weird. People are coming back. Okay, I'll keep going then. Alright, weird hitch. Let's keep going.
The big trout could go back here and hide.
Yes, okay. Let's go back in this weird shape thing and keep going.
Maybe on that. Indications here and there. I have a little bit of highlight on it. It's also quite close.
Okay, we're adding that.
So if you can see highlight over here, chances are you can see it here too.
It's weird, dark.
Just a little.
Dark yellow.
See, luckily in this painting, I know pretty much what's going to happen since we animated it. So I know what areas are going to be covered up. I don't have to worry about putting a whole bunch of stuff here.
It's like animated.
Most of the time, we're just about halfway making these things up as we go. I have a general idea, but that's about all. Decide where your reflection is going to be, and you can pull that down.
Okay, we're gonna do
Tap it.
another type of reflection
Lift it
thingy, I guess. I don't know.
Bring it all
I'm making it
together.
up as well. I don't know what I'm doing.
A little more reflection.
I just get rid of this, just recolor it to that.
There. And very lightly across. And we can do that same thing again with a little touch of white paint. This is not liquid white. Usually on the waterlines I use the liquid white. This is just plain white.
So
And I'm
trying
lifting
to
it
figure
upward.
this out, so I can do this, flip it again.
There.
Nope. And then just make this alpha.
Okay, let me grab an old fan brush here. There we go.
Make it lower as well.
Over here on this side, let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. I'm going to take
I wanna
yellow
have some
ochre.
fun. This is supposed to be the
little bit
peaceful
of-
metal, and this
A
has
little
not
bit of
been.
dark sienna in it on the fan brush.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
almost
The
be
peaceful
right back,
metal I
right back there. I am.
expected. Okay.
There we go. Yellow ochre, dark sienna mixed together.
I ask you again, am I actually
Up
live?
in here, we had a little,
Do people
little
actually
tree
see
or two.
me?
There.
It's a weird question, man. I'm
It
just trying to
was-
figure this out. Because I had that question.
Just mostly yellow ochre with a little
Yeah,
sienna.
okay.
And I want these trees today to be like
What color
little
would that
swamp
be?
trees, ones that the limbs hang down. They're tired. Well, they've had a rough life out there in the swamp. Let's see, maybe there was another one, and he lived. Yep.
Where
Right
would
there.
that be?
But sort of push
That would
those
be
limbs down. Let them hang.
On that side, closer to this, but also
These
a
old
little bit
trees,
lower.
They have a lot of hangy downs on them.
There's also in
And you
between.
can just take the brush and just wiggle it upward.
It's over
Create the
here.
illusion of some little bushes and stuff that live back in here.
Right? Did I do it wrong? Probably. Where this is on the other side. I want to see the full thing.
Now on top of that,
Oh, he's
or
over
in
there.
front of
Okay.
that, we'll begin putting some other things. I mean,
Yeah, hang on. So I added like 3 trees on this layer. Is over here, I guess. And then it's bop, 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 or something. Bop. And then some little trees. please. Come on. And then, there we go.
Clean my brush. And come back in here. And let's see here. We'll take some Prussian blue, midnight black. We might as well mix up a pretty good pot. We're going to use that. Some Van Dyke brown, crimson. Shoot, we'll throw some sap green there too. Okay. Whatever
new
you
color
got.
means
Low,
new layer.
dark.
It's just easier.
You're looking for a nice
probably a new
dark
thing.
color. Let me wipe off the knife.
Okay.
We just wipe off the knife on old paper towel. Now then, we'll load the fan brush full of color, both sides, a lot of color. And let's decide here where
Still
some trees
confused
live.
with what
Maybe there's one right here.
We're good.
Once again, we're looking for these old hangy down limbs.
Otherwise, yeah.
Just let them hang down like that.
I have to know where to
Turn
keep going
the
on
brush.
it, you know.
These are old tired ones. There. Give him a friend. Like
So
that.
it's got one on to the other side over here, I think. If that's how that
And
works.
maybe in your opinion, you want trees that maybe they're a little better off than mine. You can do that. I just want to show you how to make these little, I call them swamp pines, because usually where it's very wet, you have evergreen trees that, where I come from in Alaska, you have evergreen trees that the limbs hang way down.
I'm
And the
double
farther
checking everything.
south you go in Alaska, the more of these
So
limbs
important
just
to check
hang.
on everything, just make sure everything's good.
They're beautiful. But usually it's where it's very
Maybe on
damp.
This blue layer.
But now if you want
Maybe
nice straight
change.
ones in yours, please do that. There we go. See, and that quick we've got some happy little trees. I'll just take the old big brush out. The little one's too
This
slow.
is not the peaceful meadow.
And let's
or
put some
whatever.
land in
Peaceful
here.
haven.
See, all we're doing is just tapping.
Just for fun.
We don't care if some of these little hangy downs off the brush get down here,
Okay.
because we'll just turn those into reflections.
Same kind of
We'll
color,
use
maybe
them
like a little
rascals.
darker, but also kind of cool over there. So we got
There we go.
this, and kind of
And
goes
that's our
over
land
there.
area for that side. And while we have that brush going, just grab and pull down. Pull
So
straight
make
down
this. Do I want to make it?
and come across.
I guess I can flip it. Maybe I
Yeah,
can
instant reflections again.
just take the
Now
whole
then,
thing.
back
just
to our
kind
same old
of-
fan brush. And we can just go right into a little touch of the cad yellow. And it's immediately,
Oh, dear.
immediately it's going to turn
Everything's
green
on.
because of the blue.
Really-
I just want to put the indication here and there of a highlight or two. I don't want too much over here.
And then
Not
the
too
white in
much.
the middle.
All right. Okay, now then we
Maybe
can
I should
take a
probably
1-inch
just add more
brush.
detail into here.
Put a
and
touch
then-
of the liquid
See what's
white
going
with it
on?
just to thin the paint a little. Thin paint, we'll stick to a thick paint. And we'll go right into some yellow and some yellow ochre. Yellow ochre.
Oh, okay.
A little touch of the bright red.
Instead of,
And let's go up here and
How am I
begin
doing?
putting in
So I feel like
all kinds of little
what's going
grassy
on?
things. And just using the corner of the brush and just tapping.
Okay.
Just tapping.
Yeah,
It's most important,
Okay.
the angles that you follow here. We want to create the lay of the land. We want the land to sort of move over this way.
More yellow.
There we go. See there? Okay,
I'm
maybe
trying.
there's a little bump that lives right here, wherever you want it.
Oh, more yellow.
Just drop him in.
Still greenish.
Back
There
in
we go.
here.
Goes
But leave
all
some
the
of
way
those little
across, of
darkish
course.
areas in between. That's what gives depth and distance. Okay, take a little touch of the Van Dyke brown. And let's just put in a little dirt under here. And just rubbing that. Just rubbing a little of that brown right in there.
Ugh. Okay.
Like so. There we are. Back to our titanium white. Got that little roll of paint on the knife. And it's just trying to lay a little bit of white right underneath there for a little water line. And all I'm doing is touching, allowing the canvas to pull off what it wants. Give you back what's left.
Yeah, our mediums are exactly the same, so it's hard to
There.
make that look good no matter what. Yeah, because this is the shadow. So this seems to be like
And
probably
you can
left
take
more
the
opacity. or
Scratch in
something.
a few sticks
Yeah,
and twigs.
that looks better.
Wherever you want them. Wherever you want them.
Get these trees up more.
I think we
Depth
better
or
get
something,
that
I
side
guess.
finished. Let's go to the other side. Let me grab, I have several
there.
oval brushes going here. We just grab it. I like these oval brushes. They're fun. Okay, let's come right up in here. Load the brush full of paint. And there was an evergreen tree who lived. He did live.
All things
Right there.
considered.
Just start out by making
I
a
think we're good.
sort of a
Oh dear. Okay, I
little
just
center
looked up.
line. And you take this brush and just sort of work it back and forth. And we want these old limbs just to hang on this tree. And this oval brush does that very nicely.
Okay, so
One
on
old hangy down
the left
limbs.
side. So we just mirror it and then put it on this side, and that's your cloud, and then it
There
goes
we go. Nice old tree.
actually
Okay,
around.
and he's got a friend.
here.
Lives right next door.
Okay.
Friend lives right there.
Uh,
Same thing.
and he's got one to the left, which
There.
would be here, and then shorter.
These two
So
are
okay.
good buddies. They live next door to each other. And maybe here
Gotta
and
be
there there's a
different
happy little
trees.
bush
Yeah,
or so that
otherwise-
grows right down by
Yeah,
his
it's not gonna
foot.
work.
Just sort of make up little ideas and do them. And we had one big monster tree. Big guy. He lives right there. Well, that's a big sun
What?
we got there.
Oh
And
boy. I hope this is
come right
working.
along in
Because
here.
I'm honestly not able to exactly tell at this
Right
point.
over all that
Everything's like
sky.
it's frozen and broken right now. Not
Load the
able to
brush
see
frequently
anything.
as required.
So,
Whenever you
okay.
start running out of paint, just
You
load
make
it back up. See, that oval brush makes all those little doers
Giant
happen there.
tree.
I don't know what kind of name you'd put on those. Doers, that sounds good.
Okay.
There we go.
Let's make it huge, I guess. I don't know. It's good, fine.
But that easy, you could make a fantastic
easy.
tree.
It should work as a tree
Just let him
because
grow
it's
right out of
upside
the
down
brush.
triangle, and I'm trying to make
There
it
we
wider
go.
at the bottom.
Okay, going back to my big brush here. Let's just fill all this in. We can come right down here
Okay.
and just
Not
begin
much.
putting in all
Okay,
kinds
so
of...
I'm not- okay.
This is just dark
yeah, there is.
colors, so our
Okay.
lights will show.
Dark blue, that kind of goes.
Want our
you know.
lights to show. And you could...
Oh dear. Getting pretty good. We're almost near the end, and we're doing. What time is it? 42. Okay, so we're good. So this goes just. Actually goes down more. No, not there. Okay. So a little bit. This goes to the bottom there, and then it just kind of wow. That's a big shape. Okay.
could really
Oops. Ah.
put all this on with a paint
Undo.
roller. Doesn't
There you
matter. We had a little path in there, so we can sort of leave that open. Okay, there we go. Back to our oval brush that has the light green on it. Put some color on it.
Okay. Just adding texture
And
onto
let's
it now.
come back up in here. Just to indicate a few little highlights on these evergreen trees. Just a few
Onto
here. and
trees. Okay.
there. Don't cover up all your nice darks.
Green. Dark green.
Mm.
Just on the tops of the trees,
Boy, this
I
does
guess.
look like an old
It's never gonna look
swampy area.
realistic with this brush. I'm not 1000% worried about how
Okay.
it's gonna look here, but
Go back to my 1-inch brush. And let's put some highlights on the little individual bushes.
that's
Just sort of
yeah.
drop those in.
Looks like
wherever you
those
think they should
bushes I
be.
can Try and
Maybe
make it
let's
more
go right over here.
standouty here.
And work from the one that's farthest away forward. Always coming forward. Forward, forward,
Coming
forward.
forward is part of it. Because I want to make, you
Before
know,
we get
if
too
I want to
far
make these
along there, we need
back
to stop
hills
right in
look
our
good.
little
It's
path
gonna
so we
be
can have some of
way
the
more
bushes and
tricky
stuff that
now.
hang over the path. So
Because
we'll
I fill
take
it
the
up.
knife,
Of course, I have digital, so it's not
titanium
you know,
white, just pull it out very
exactly
flat.
tricky.
Okay, let's
Did
go
you make
right
a
up
waterfall
here.
out
Just,
of that?
this
Zoom
is just
in.
white.
Oh no.
I like it's bright in here. It really makes everything shine, stands out. There.
Okay.
And to that,
Forgot
I'm
about
going
this
to add
part.
the least little touch of dark sienna.
Again,
There,
he's also
just the
cheating
least
because he has
little
more
touch,
colors
just
on
enough
his
to color it a little.
palette as well. because you can do all that at the same
And then we
time.
can go back to
Not
our
exactly
1-inch
able to
brush. And with
do all those
that, we
colors
can
at the same
begin
time.
completing the rest of these little bushes. And let some of these little bushes hang over the path. That pushes the path down into the painting. So
Okay.
it fits.
Gets
I
more
want it to look like it's
bushes.
floating around
Okay.
and just having a good time. Push that rascal down in there. There's another one. See?
Ugh.
And that pushes that path right on back. Now we don't know where it goes, and we don't care. It goes back there
This is all weird.
to a happy place, wherever that is.
Okay, more yellow, I guess. As we go up, add more highlights into it now.
Individual bushes. It's most important when you're up in the foreground like this to do one bush at a time, so that each one's an individual, has its own personality. If you give them names, people think you're crazy, but that's all right.
Yeah, not crazy.
That's all
Look at me.
right.
Look at me
As
go.
long as you're happy, it doesn't matter. There's one that's got a little red flowers out on the end of it. One of them happy accidents. There,
That's a little
just like so.
things that can go up, I guess.
Okay.
These will go up.
Now we can take our little script liner brush, thinner on it, go right into the Van Dyke brown. And maybe, tell you what, maybe there's a little stick. It lives right there.
Of course. A
Something
little
like so.
stick.
Right there. And add a few little details in yours. And yours should also be finished.
Do that.
And I think with that,
Okay.
we'll call this painting complete. I
Call
hope
it
you've
complete.
enjoyed seeing how the animated opening was made. And until next time,
Oh, the
from
animated
all of us
opening.
here,
Okay, I didn't get
happy
that part.
painting,
Okay.
and God bless.
Okay. Pause it. Okay. Okay. Let me refresh this. Just make sure. Oh, now it's sort of working better. Okay. Oh, there's your comments. Okay, it took like 10 minutes to actually see your stuff. Okay. Let me refresh the chat again. Oh, there it is. Yeah, sorry about that. Oh boy. Boop, boop, boop. That was bad. Okay. Well, thankfully I wasn't like a completely read the chat kind of a live stream, so that kind of worked okay. So this is done-ish. We'll just call it done. YouTube is weird. Is it like across the board with YouTube? Maybe. I'll refresh it one more time, but I think it's pretty good. Okay. That's cut up. That's good. Okay. Let's do the reveal. Click this, and then this is gonna look fun. Landscape, flip, keep, and bop. And now you see the picture of what we got. So actually, still need to flip this. Hang on. Reset transform. There we go. Ta-da. I think some of these purples are weird, but yeah, other than that, I think it's... Thankfully I did it. Looks like it's pretty good. It actually looks okay. I mean, yeah. I'm just looking at the left and right. Because the only thing weird would be left and rightness being a little weird. Actually, yeah, let's make it a little bit smaller. More thumbnail works better. Let's move this down a little bit. There we go. It's pretty impressive, yeah. I agree. This is... I'm getting better. Or at least just picking which parts to blur is probably the most useful technique. At least I'm knowing the limitations and knowing how things sort of work also kind of helps. Okay. Where does the upside down look better than the other? I don't know. Maybe because I'm able to not look, you know, when you try to draw something, you know, like a figure drawing, you have it in front of you, so you just kind of figure out, like, you either draw, like, the outlines that you see, or, like, if you're good or more experienced, you can look at the form of it and see 3D objects and then find a way to, like, transform it onto a piece of paper. But with this, it was, like, having to do, like, another step of, like, it doesn't look like what I'm looking at now. It has to look how it would look if it was upside down. Kind of a thing. Actually, I just finished. So this is the final project. So I did do it upside down. This is drawn in Flash, Adobe Flash. So I might have to watch the beginning of this if you don't know what's going on. But yeah, that was weird at the middle part that YouTube broke. Were you guys able to watch it while? Did it ever like actually freeze for you guys? I don't know if that ever came up with the chat. Were you able? Did it ever feel like it just never like connected, or was what happened? Okay, maybe. Hopefully the recording of it. I definitely have a recording of it, so it'll just be of the YouTube stream of it. If that doesn't work, then I'll be able to upload maybe the recording of it if something really does bad. If it did happen. So, okay. The feed was lost. Okay. How long was it? I'm just wondering. How long was it out? Or how long did it take you before you realized that you could go back in? Because obviously, you know, it's not uber important to know, but just for that. I don't know. But otherwise, yeah, I'm trying to look at artistically here that, yeah, it's I mean, some of the closer bits look like this lower grassy bit looks pretty good. It actually looks like grass. I'm happy with that. Obviously the parts where I kind of skipped out or something don't look as good. Some of the reflections look good. Yeah, the reflection, these bits here look good just because it truly is about a reflection. Let's see. 20 minutes? Man. Okay. That's unfortunate. Thankfully this is not a super important kind of a stream. This is just supposed to be the filler between the two 6 character whatever thing. So it actually works pretty good in that favor. On the bright side of that it's that you wouldn't have missed 20 minutes of trying to do that character drawing instead. So this works actually pretty good. And basically what you might have missed was just me freaking out for I guess that was 20 minutes. So anyway, hope we had fun of this. Actually finished a little bit before time so I can do maybe an extended toaster time to make it up for you guys. If there's any more questions or stuff, I'll go to toaster time and then talk about it there. So there you go. I'll maybe post this, maybe, I don't know. It's posting these low quality, you know, like quick vids on DeviantArt is a little bit weird. Especially because, you know, yeah, I feel like I didn't really do it as well as I probably could have. So, you know, I'll go to toaster time. Okay, so yeah. So next Tuesday, we'll do round 2. So we'll start round 2. This is just the next 6 characters from the 6 fan art thing. So yeah, hope to see you then. See ya. Welcome back. Okay, let me bring this over. I'm actually a little bit discombobulated of where everything is now. So I'm so used to being upside down now. Oh boy. Okay. There's so many. Oh, this chat that I missed now. Let's see. So I'm stuck. Okay. There's a lot of stuff that I missed. Oh boy. That was at 4. Yeah, I'm looking at it. 4:37, and then when I looked at it, you guys are able to talk. Seems like only like a couple minutes. Yeah, I'm just looking at it. Server, yeah, server 426. Interesting. Obviously, well, that's good. That's not, you know, directly related to me. That I didn't do anything wrong. At least I don't know. I was looking at that to see if it's triggered by something or if it is something with YouTube, which I'm sure could happen. So, that's unfortunate. Oh well. Because YouTube went down. Okay. If it's the whole service, then yeah, that makes me feel a little better. That wasn't me then. If I didn't break it. But yeah, somehow like no wait, the Bob Ross video was able to keep loading. Maybe because it's cached and this was like a live, so it wasn't able to, you know, there's no way to cache it or like load it beforehand. While I had the Bob Ross already, I had like to finish. I skimmed through to the finish and then went back, so maybe I was able to load that data, if that's the case, or if it's specific to live streams, which anything's possible. So, but yeah, let's see. Other stuff, other short news and stuff would be Derpy movie. It's virtually complete. I plan to release it this week, so probably on this weekend, Saturday or Sunday, whenever's good for me. Whenever I feel like it's done. I guess it's never really done. It's just, you know, whenever it's like there's nothing like totally missing or broken in it. And it's like, okay, it's good enough, kind of a deal. How we doing now? Yeah, that's basically it. It just needs some little bit of tweaking here and there. There's like one note in there that's like the what's it called? The melody and the bass for like one note kind of sound a little bit weird. I'm probably just looking at that to see how it's working. So it's like weird things with that. Of like that's what I'm having to deal with. So mostly animation is pretty good. It'd just be if I wanted to add more details and stuff. Like I said, like I wanted to have like bags for the train passengers, but I think that's maybe useful, but it's like to design all the characters might be a bit much. So that'll be quick on that. Other big news, I guess more relevant to also that, is the Paper Mario trailer. We could talk about that for a little bit if that's fine with you guys. I don't think the chat's lets no one talked. I don't think anyone's talked so far, so because there'd be no one to say that don't talk about it. It definitely looks like it's using the, or I guess context. There's a new Paper Mario game for the Switch. It looks pretty nice. Don't like how new Paper Mario looks. It's, yeah. I have not played the Wii U one, Color Smash. I've not played the Wii U one, so looks like the new one is based on that engine. Or at least it looks very similar to that. So, it looks like they're taking the handfuls of suggestions, here and there from Color Smash and then saying like, I guess people like that. We'll try and, maybe try and do something like that, but also like not get there or like not really fully commit to those suggestions. That's what I'm seeing, where it's just like, oh, well, we want partners and turn-based stuff, and it's like, oh, you want turn-based and partners? How about the whole battle stage turns, and then you have a partner who happens to maybe talk with you? Haha, that's what you want, right? So, the origami spin is interesting. It's definitely more unique than most of the other art styles. It's it seems weird that it's been it took this long to get to origami, considering everything else. That so many other creative avenues using the paper as an aesthetic. So that was a nice surprise. Yeah, it's maybe because I'm just haven't had the experience with the Wii U one to know kind of what I'm getting into, But I did look at the Japanese trailer and try to like translate some of it to see how the localization team deals with certain languages, like how they deal with some of the how they localized like the ba-bomb sequence. It's more expanded in the Japanese trailer, so I was able to pretty actually easy translate. It's weird. I'm actually just able to like on my own just translate that little conversation. So it was just basically in a Japanese trailer, just having the origami partner saying like, "Oh, what's your name?" And then the Bomb just says, "Oh, me," or not really me. It's just like I'm trying to remember what he says. It's just like, "Oh yeah, I'm a Bomb." So I was like, there's no like well. It's just kind of like an So I'm thinking that's just like a you know, like more than well, I'm a bomb. So it's like it's close enough, but I feel like it loses some of the nuance with the localization. Just here and there. Also a little bit of like weird things I saw. Was also in the Japanese trailer that I saw and watched that during the battles, it says like Mario's hammer and Mario jump and boots. So it sounds like from that maybe you would be able to use a partner in battle, based on that. Because otherwise, like having the text just says like Mario's is hammer, so I'm thinking that might, the only reason you would want to say like Mario would be if there's another hammer or jump that wouldn't be Mario. So that's what I'm thinking. Because there hasn't been any trailer footage or pictures, I don't think, where a partner would be in a battle. But it seems weird that they would also designate to say specifically Mario's hammer in the attack menus. So I don't know. I'm definitely, I'm looking forward to it. It's exciting. Yeah, it just seems like the partners don't really seem, at least for now, like very integral. I mean, we got the little Tippy and Kirsty, little cute navigator, Navi partner. And so I was like, oh no, they'll never really attack, just based on, tradition. Well, I guess Goombella was the only one that actually was a partner that had to fight as a tutorial, in Goombario. But other than that, I don't think Tippy was able to fight. But yeah, probably the Kirsty of this game probably won't fight either. But yeah, having be generic is probably just Miyamoto just wanting to not, for some reason, wanting to not have unique characters in Paper Mario anymore. I don't know what kind of decision was weird with that. Because that started with Sticker Star, and that's kind of started a trend of getting it to be, more generalized and having, hordes of generic toads. That's where that started. So, I don't know. It's unfortunate that it leads to less, you don't have like that fat toad and, the pretty toad and the cook toad, in Paper Mario, if that's on your door, where there was more different jobs that toads can have. Now they're just like, oh, it's blue toad maybe. Yeah, the 3D aesthetic is looking really good. Overall, the graphics are always amazing. I like the 3D origami paper mache kind of like vehicles with their army. They're really cool. I don't know. The rest of it, we'll have to see whether or not it looks like the battles are more-ish traditional. It's hard to look right now. If it's not using consumable items, I'll be very happy. That's probably why I was turned off by the Wii U one. I don't even remember what it's called. Because of it. Because I don't like consumable moves is the worst. Because it just means like, oh, well, only, you use your regular boring jumps, like your level 1 jumps, and you use those, and it's like, well, what do I have left is like a 5-star jump, and it's like, oh, but that really my only option at that point would be to use my 5-star jump just on a Goomba, just to get rid of him, and then what, with Sticker Star, it seemed like you don't get any XP, so you don't really have any RPG elements to incentivize you to actually battle in the first place. So that was yeah. I only got probably less than halfway through of Sticker Star before it's like you realize that, wait a minute, there's no point to any of the battles or even the stickers, and then the bosses are like ridiculously overpowered unless you like die one time, and then Kirsty says, hey, why don't you use a bowling ball on the squid, and then you go, oh, let me go get a bowling ball, back in town, and then pay like 600 coins to be able to buy it, and then, or maybe just lost in one other world. You know, you had to go to world 4 to be able to find a bowling ball, but then you had to go like to level 6 to be able to then attack the squid. It's like, jeez. There's just so many like interconnected like puzzles between levels that are just like so confusing that you're just gonna forget about where everything is. It's just like, it's so frustrating. So I was like, I can't even be like, you know, a third of the way through Snickers are before realizing that. So like, what am I gonna do with Color Splash, which would have like same consumable like card system, which looks even worse. It looks like it's a little better, but it's also like the exact same thing between a, you know, like stickers are the same as a card. So it's like, that's not what I want. Okay, thank you guys for joining. You know, it was a little bit weird and we got a little hiccup, but hopefully it was still fun for you guys. I think you guys had fun. Cause that's just what I want you guys, you know. So yeah, hopefully the movie will get done, and then we'll go on to work on part 3. I want to do some more pre-production stuff, or at least just make more concept art so I can have like a color guide or something for the rest of it, so I can kind of have a more idea of what the rest of it will look like. Because right now it's like, I don't know much of what the rest of the movie visually will look like. So I probably want to make a color guide or something. New Paper will be no different. I know we haven't sent it up to this point. You just want to have just some kind of, you know, lick of hope that's like, well, maybe this time will be better. Like, you come back, you know, it's like going to a restaurant, you know, it's like, you know, this burger, you know, I didn't really like it the first time, but maybe they added like a piece of cheese this new time, so maybe that'll make it better. You know, I just want to have some kind of hope that's like, before you like completely be upset about it. I don't know. It's like, yeah, it's probably the same burger. So I don't know. You just want to have like some kind of feeling that maybe it's trying to be, because it looks like it's, yeah, it's definitely looks like it's set up to be more action-packed or have a bigger story or more depth in a Paper Mario game. But I'm sure at the end of the day, like after like, you know, chapter 3, it'll feel like a regular Paper Mario, whatever that means, you know, in this modern Paper Mario universe we're in. That is like, oh well, did you go to the grass world? Check. Did you go to the desert world? Check. The environments look a little bit more creative, but they're still like not, you know. Like it's still like it's hard because they're like supposed to still feel like it's Mario, you know, Mushroom Kingdom. So it's hard to make you new, what they call like biodomes or something. At least just having unique, like, well, it's, I mean, Mario Odyssey had like more creative environments. At least I like had like polar opposites, you know, being in one place, like in the desert, you know, place, Toast whatever in Odyssey. I mean, that had like ice caves in a desert place where that like ice crystals everywhere, and there's like every place had like two things going on at the same time. Like the city had the city in the forest had like robots and nature going on at the same time. So it's like these opposite things going on at the same time, and it's like with Paper Mario, it's like, well, we're in the desert and maybe there's a pyramid, haha, going to spooky, you know, spooky pyramid thing. Whoa, there's a mummy. Whoa, didn't expect that. You know, it's like, I'm sure it'll be interesting. Like the weird thing of the toads not having faces. What's that about? So maybe that'll be interesting. But it's like all these like small moments, but at the same time, it's like if the battles, which is just a core of it, you know, don't really work, then any kind of like flavor, fun little small moments with humor and stuff, it's like, I don't know if it's gonna be worth it. Which is probably what I felt like with the Wii U one, where Color Smash, where it's like, again, it's like the battle doesn't work, but there's all these small humor moments that I've seen and been spoiled by, so it's like, oh well, I probably saw the best parts of it then, you know. that if it has these consumable moves, which is, I'm not on board with any of that, that's like, it's not going to be fun to play for 50 hours just to get between these different points, you know? It's like, what about to slog through 20 battles before I see a new funny moment? So, yeah. We'll see. I mean, we don't have much, time to really be upset about it, I guess, before it comes out. There's something. We just gotta wait like 60-ish days or 2 months or something. So, and it's weird, like, what I got, like a sneak release or something. That's, it's interesting that they're doing with this, sneak release thing. I don't know what to call it. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like it might be better as like a more, like October, November game. Let's play it as a... Maybe they wanted it to be later, but then something else happened there. Definitely with everything that's going on. It's like, well, yeah, we probably had to shift around stuff. Like maybe their big holiday game got delayed or had problems, which probably would have been Metroid. So that's probably why they added a nod into that with Samus's helmet at the end. So, yeah, exactly. If there was I bet there was a direct, or at least, planned between like a month or so, to have that. Which makes sense if they had the Samus thing and then the Samus joke and then lead into a Metroid trailer or something. That would make sense. Because otherwise, yeah, it makes, less much context on its own, It's like, oh, haha, I know a Metroid, haha, Then, like, oh, well, does that lead into something else that's like Metroid 4? It's like, oh, cool. Which, personally, I'm not exactly, too excited for. I don't know. I guess I'm not into Metroid that's starting to, be super, like, oh, man, it's the next one. It's like, I don't know. I don't really play the Metroid games. But I like Zelda, so it's like a shooty, more puzzly, windy Zelda. I don't know. But I think that's about it. I can probably stop talking about this. Because there's a lot of Discord messages I missed. Maybe you guys are talking about. Oh, I guess, yeah. You guys were probably talking about the how the stream is broken, so. But okay. Yeah, so again, Paper Derpy. Paper Derpy Part 2 should be coming soon, and then the Part 2 of Round 2 of the 6 characters next Tuesday, and we'll see from there. So hopefully this was fun. For a bit, I thought the having my screen upside down might have broke it for some reason. Like maybe the GPU or something, deep inside was like, oh, I can't render it upside down for some reason. Because it would have been it was on a Windows level, so it had to like go through and like process the pixels, like probably do some algorithm to be able to flip it, I guess. So, as well as also tapping it with the touchscreen. So, I thought it was something like that, but if it's worldwide or whatever, which does make sense because my Bob Ross video was able to go. So, anyway. That's okay. Okay. Let's leave it at that. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah. You guys knows what's up. So, thank you. Okay. See you then. Bye-bye. Yeah.